Welcome to the arena. Step right into the Coliseum of Cambridge exams, where honestly, only the absolute most prepared survive. Today, we're targeting a total beast of a topic. We are diving deep into Cambridge AS and A-Level Computer Science 9618, and specifically, we're tearing apart SQL data definition language and the create table command. Now, I want you to picture a dynamic split screen right now. Over on the left side, we have Alex. Alex is the kind of student who overloads the page with raw facts but delivers absolutely zero analysis. It's a classic brain dump. Then on the right side, we have Sam. Sam looks at the ticking clock, starts to panic, rushes through the answer, and completely misses the command word requirements. We're looking at their flawed answers side by side right now, covered in red pen marks from the examiner. But don't worry, because today, we are going to fix both of these approaches. We're going to turn those red marks into green check marks.
So, here's our roadmap for today's session. We'll start with the 15% advantage, move into core principles, unpack the procedural framework, reveal the method mark strategy, highlight the top 3 examiner warnings, and finish up with critical analysis. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. The 15% advantage and the high stakes of Paper 2. 15%. I really want that number to sink in for a second. Did you know that mastering SQL DDL, specifically the create table command, and correctly identifying data types like VARCHAR, BOOLEAN, and real accounts for roughly 15% of your total marks in Paper 2? That is a colossal advantage. It's literally like putting on heavy armor before you even step foot into the rest of the paper. Whether you're building on foundations from syllabuses like 0417, 0478, 0983, 0984, or 2210, you have to understand that the A-Level 9618 standard expects a massive leap in how you apply this knowledge. But, as we just saw with our examples of Alex and Sam, missing out on this 15% is incredibly easy if you aren't prepared for the exact, specific way Cambridge examiners test these concepts. They aren't just looking for a simple string of code. They are looking for airtight logic.
Section 2. Core Principles. This is all about thinking like a top performer.
Notice the stark contrast we've got here. On the left side, we have basic superficial breadth. This is exactly where Alex went wrong. Knowing the basic syntax for create tables simply isn't enough anymore. You can't just memorize the textbook. On the right side, we see what the academic benchmarks actually prioritize, which is analytical depth. Top-performing candidates exhibit a highly connected conceptual understanding. You can't just tell the examiner what a VARCHAR is. You absolutely must know why an unfamiliar, complex business scenario demands it over, say, a fixed character data type. You have to be able to transfer your knowledge into a completely unfamiliar context without missing a beat. To achieve that kind of depth, you need to know that Cambridge targets 3 distinct cognitive domains simultaneously: knowledge and understanding, application and analysis. To hit all 3 of these domains at once, top students use what we call the PEL framework. That stands for Point, Evidence, Explanation, Link. They make a clear point about the SQL DDL structure. Then, they provide evidence directly from the given context. Next, they explain exactly why they chose a specific data type, like Boolean or date. And finally, they link it all back to the system's overall efficiency. Spot the difference there? A PEL-based answer forces you to analyze why you used a real data type instead of an integer for a currency field. That analytical explanation is the secret sauce. Before we continue, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ace the Exams, at acetheexams_IGCSE to excel in your Cambridge examinations. Click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon right now. Okay, let's keep moving.
Section 3. The procedural framework. This is your step-by-step execution plan. All right, here is your computer science success blueprint. Think of this as your survival guide. Step 1. Deconstruct the question. Decode those command words. Step 2. Extract the relevant data from the scenario. Step 3. Select your analytical framework, like PEL. Step 4. Execute your answer with crystal clear notation. And Step 5. Present it all with the absolute correct terminology. Algorithmic thinking in SQL DDL requires rigorous systematic decomposition. You don't just pick up your pen and start blindly writing SQL. You extract data from the scenario first. If we put 60 seconds on the clock right now to rewrite Sam's rushed answer, you would apply these exact steps. You'd identify the fields, apply the core principles to choose between a date and a time data type, execute your analysis showing all your clear working, and verify your results before moving on. That's how you build a bulletproof answer.
Section 4. The Method Mark Strategy. Remember this phrase: process over output.
Let's talk about how you actually get graded behind the scenes. The method mark strategy is a grading principle where marks are awarded for your analytical process, your efficient code implementation, and your rigorous testing. It is not just about the final output. This is a huge realization for a lot of students. Examiners actively award crucial marks for executing your analysis with clear, visible working. Even if your final create table syntax has a slight error in it, clearly demonstrating the process of extracting data and showing your logical deduction for choosing those specific data types will capture method marks. Trust the framework, show your journey, and that process is exactly what turns the red ink into green check marks. Stop scrolling. Subscribe to our YouTube channel Ace the Exams at acetheexams_IGCSE to excel in your Cambridge examinations. We've helped thousands of students improve by 2 to 3 grade boundaries. Join them right now by subscribing to at acetheexams_IGCSE and turn on all notifications so you never miss our weekly exam strategy sessions.
Okay, let's jump into a quick interactive workshop. Challenge 1, data scan. We're going to put a 60-second timer on the screen. To lock your data types in under immense exam pressure, I want you to look at this mnemonic memory hack for your data structures. We have character, varchar, boolean, integer, real, date, and time. So that's C, V, B, I, R, D, T. While the clock is ticking down, your challenge is to extract the core trend here and create your own memorable acronym using these first letters. Having this securely locked in your mind is going to allow you to rapidly scan a complex past paper data source and confidently assign correct structure without a single moment of hesitation. When you're in the Coliseum, hesitation costs you marks.
Section 5. The top 3 examiner warnings. These are the major pitfalls you need to avoid.
Time for Challenge 2, Find the Flaw. I'm going to show you the top 3 mistakes pulled straight from the principal examiner reports, and I want you to spot which of these flaws is ruining your sample paragraphs. Number 1, forgetting to check overflow and edge cases when defining your data types. Number 2, forgetting to check boundary conditions. And number 3, this is the big one, giving answers that are not specific to the given context. If a question is specifically asking you about a hospital patient database, giving a generic textbook answer about a library system is going to lose you method marks. Choosing an integer for a field that will very clearly encounter decimal edge cases in the real world is a classic trap. You have to learn to spot these flaws before the examiner does.
Listen very closely to this crucial warning straight from the examiner reports. Quote, candidates consistently confuse key terminology. Always define terms before using them in extended responses. Presenting your answers with the correct terminology is simply non-negotiable at the A-level standard. So, let's move to Challenge 3, speed writing. We're putting a 30-second timer on the screen right now. I want you to speed write one perfect PO paragraph defining a specific SQL term and linking it directly to a boundary condition. Ready? Go. Just doing this mental exercise proves why you can't just memorize, you have to explain and link.
Section 6, Critical Analysis. This is how you elevate your grade to the top tier.
Top-scoring candidates, the ones hitting those A and A-star boundaries, they don't just pick a solution and stubbornly move on. When they are confronted with multiple solutions, say they are choosing between a VARCHAR and a fixed character for a specific text field, they execute the specific action of analyzing trade-offs. They openly acknowledge the limitations of fixed length versus variable length fields, and they justify their decisions with hard evidence based on space complexity, memory allocation, or overall database performance. This level of evaluative thinking is exactly what separates an average passing grade from an elite, top-tier performance. You see, true comparative analysis requires drawing actual conclusions about relative importance. It's about identifying the similarities and the differences and actively using comparative connectives in your writing. Phrases like whereas, conversely, or in contrast. You must support each comparison with evidence pulled directly from the given scenario. Simply stating what 2 SQL commands have in common without analyzing their crucial differences in a real-world application, that's just leaving easy marks on the table for someone else to grab.
Remember, evaluating your final implementation requires a strict, uncompromising review. You must identify the time complexity, the space complexity, the edge cases, and the overall effect on performance. To summarize this complete computer science answering system we've built today, I want you to remember these 3 golden rules that guarantee top marks. Rule 1. Command word decoding. You must know exactly what the question is asking you to do. Rule 2. Peel framework application. Structure your logic flawlessly. Rule 3. Time management matrix.
Don't rush into the question and panic like Sam. Allocate your time strategically based purely on the mark weight of the question. Now listen to me. Students who implement these computer science strategies see an average improvement of 2 grade boundaries, but only if they practice consistently with our weekly videos.
I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. When you look back at your own past paper answers, are you settling for the superficial breadth of raw facts like Alex, or are you stepping into the arena and executing true analytical depth? Challenge yourself to completely review your study strategy today. Apply these exact frameworks, understand your data types, respect the method marks, and you will be ready. Here's your final reminder. Subscribe to our YouTube channel Ace the Exams at acetheexams_IGCSE to excel in your Cambridge examinations. Subscribe right now to at acetheexams_IGCSE and click that bell. Don't let another exam pass you by. Drop a comment below with your target grade for computer science and the biggest challenge you're facing. Our team responds to every comment. Like and share this video with a study partner. Ace the Exams, your Cambridge success starts here.